All right, let's get right into it. Today we're talking about quantum trading. You've probably heard the buzz, this idea that a new type of technology is about to completely upend the world of finance. But what's really going on here? Is this the future, or is it just a lot of hype? Let's break it down.
So let's kick things off with this statement from a company called Quantum Leap Trading. Wow. The age of financial inequality on Wall Street is over. That's not just a small promise. That's a declaration of war on the old way of doing things. It really sets the stage for just how big these claims are.
So, what is this quantum money promise? Well, the core idea, the big sales pitch, is that this incredible new technology is going to finally level the playing field. It's about taking the power that's been held by a select few for decades and, spreading it out to everyone else.
And this chart right here, this is the world they say is about to be completely turned upside down. The claim is that for years, the top 1% of players have had a stranglehold on 80% of the market's advantages. We're talking about high-frequency trading systems that cost a fortune, stuff the average person could never touch.
But then along comes something called the QTA-HFT system, and it claims to just shatter that old model. And look at these promises: unlimited income potential, data with zero delay, piggybacking on perfection, and my favorite, a guarantee of victory. Who wouldn't want that? And all supposedly for pennies on the dollar.
Okay, so this all leads to the million-dollar question, right? How is this stuff even supposed to work? Let's dig into one of the methods being promoted right now just to get a feel for how these systems are being sold to people.
So, you've got this trader, Jeffrey Leftinet, who says he's created a secret code. He calls it PAC1. And the claim is that this little piece of code is basically a key that can unlock Google's public AI and turn it into a super sophisticated currency trading expert. And the process he shows off seems almost too simple, right? You ask the AI a basic question. Then you pop in his secret code, paste some data from a trading website, and bam! All of a sudden, the AI that gave you a generic, useless answer before is supposedly spitting out detailed, actionable trading advice.
The claim is just, well, it's audacious. He and his followers are saying they literally broke Wall Street. Think about that for a second. The idea that a simple code can take a free public tool and turn it into a machine that can beat the biggest players in finance?
Okay, let's hit the pause button for a sec. We've heard the big, flashy claims. Before we go any further, we need to build a real foundation here. So, forget the marketing for a minute. What actually is quantum computing according to the scientists? Well, the absolute biggest difference is how they store information. Your laptop, your phone, they use bits. Think of a bit like a light switch. It can be on or it can be off. It's a 1 or a 0. But a quantum computer uses a qubit. And a qubit, thanks to a mind-bending property called superposition, can be a 1, a 0, or kind of both at the exact same time.
And this is where things get, honestly, kind of crazy. That ability to be multiple things at once means the power scales up exponentially. 10 regular bits can hold one number, but 10 qubits, they can hold over 1,000 different values all at once. By the time you get to just 50 qubits, you're talking about processing over a quadrillion values at the same time. The numbers just get astronomical fast.
And then there's this other wild idea called entanglement. This is where you can link qubits together so that they're connected, no matter how far apart they are. What one does instantly affects the other. This lets you create these huge, complex computational spaces that are just perfect for modeling incredibly complicated problems. Problems that would totally choke a normal computer.
All right, so we've got the marketing hype on one hand and the actual science on the other. It's time to smash them together and see what happens. Let's really look at how those big promises stack up against the real-world technology that we have today.
So let's circle back to this claim from Quantum Leap Trading. A perfect system. It wins without any losses. A trading machine that is supposedly out there right now, ready to go.
And this really brings us to the core of it, doesn't it? Is the quantum technology that actually exists in labs and server rooms today capable of powering a flawless, commercially available trading system that anyone can buy and use?
Well, when you actually talk to the experts, people at companies like Classic who built software for these machines, they paint a very, very different picture. The reality is, today's quantum computers have a pretty limited number of qubits. They are notoriously hard to program. The people who know how to do it are incredibly rare. And maybe most importantly, these machines are not stable. They are really sensitive and can't run long, complex calculations without errors.
Now, hold on.
This doesn't mean quantum finance is all just smoke and mirrors, not at all. The key here is to understand the timeline. We have to separate what we can actually do today from what we hope to do tomorrow.
Most experts think the immediate future is going to be a hybrid approach. Think about it like a high-end gaming PC. You have your main computer that does all the normal stuff, but you also have a powerful graphics card, a GPU, that kicks in for the really intense visual calculations. The quantum processing unit, or QPU, will be like that, a specialized coprocessor that a regular computer calls on for the super tough problems that only it can solve.
So for any serious business or developer looking at this space, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long game. Right now, the smart move is to start building your own expertise. Figure out what problems you have that quantum might one day solve. Soon, you'll be able to run small test projects. And then, in the long term, as the hardware gets better and more stable, you'll be ready to really unleash its power.
And that really leaves all of us with a final big question to think about. Every time a new world-changing technology comes along, the internet, AI, and now quantum, there's always this fuzzy line between the visionary who sees the future and the salesperson who's just trying to sell you something today. The challenge for all of us is figuring out where that line is.